John Campbell here with a market report from Winter Livestock here in La Junta, Colorado. 504 cattle this week, August the 5th. The lightweight steer calves would have been mostly steady on those offered. 410 up to 460 a pound. You get into these heavy steer calves, they were steady in spots as much as 5 higher, from 380 up to 403. Little lightweight heifer calves would have been 5 to 8 higher, 375 up to 427 and a half. And the heavy heifer calves mostly steady, 340 to 365. We had 4-weight heifers up to 380 a pound. Little Trujillo steers weighing 300 pounds, they brought 460 a pound. Jeff Wells's heifers weighing 330, they brought 427 and a half. Gomez heifers 310 at 425. The V-Hill steers weighed 530, they brought 403 a pound. Scott McElroy had some outstanding Charolais cross calves out of those good Horse Creek bulls. 545-pound steers brought 395. Heifers weighed 4 1/4 at 381. And the 525-pound McElroy heifers at 345. Into the Gene Reno steers, they weighed 450, brought 389. Heifers weighed 460 at 370. Our stock heifer market, real limited test, 310 to 330. And just a few feeding heifers offered from 305 up to 3 1/4. Into the stocker steers, they would have been steady this week at Winter Live from 350 up to 388. No test on the feeding steers. A few offered, traded from 315 up to 350 a pound. Herman Romero's little mixed colored steers weighed 565. They brought 388. 700 pounders at 340. The V-Hill steers weighed 5 1/2. They brought 380 a pound. 650 pound Big Brothers at 359 and a half. I thought the butchered cow market 1 to 2 better this week, with these high yielding cows 160 to 166, selling a few cows up to $1.72. The cutter cows 152 to 160. These canner cows 142 and a half up to $1.51. Better end of the bulls that bring from $1.85 to a top of 201. We are still getting a few young pregnant cows and some pairs, mostly just in packages. Leroy Team's bred heifers brought $3,500 a pair. The Crowther pairs, they were 3 to 5 year olds, brought $3,400 a pair. Garth Perry had some 2-year-old bred heifers at $3,300. And the Rush Creek pregnancy tested, these would be spring calving cows now. 3 to 5 year olds brought 3,000. Solid mouth springers at 25 and a half. So folks, there's a recap of what went on this week, Tuesday at Winter Live in La Junta. Don't forget, our next big High Plains internet auction is Wednesday, August the 27th. We've got a nice complement of yearlings coming next week, and some calves and stock cow pairs. Thanks a lot for listening. I'll talk to you again next Wednesday morning.